All right, here we are, boys and girls. Sorry for making you wait. I had a little bit of an issue with the freeze unit on the printer. Ended up having to basically take my printer apart and put it back together. But it worked. So I finally got the printer to work. And here we are with a 1949D roll. And I think it looks really nice. So we're going to have to dig into it, see what's there. Hope everybody's doing well today on this Tuesday. Or is it Tuesday? Yeah, it is Tuesday. Yeah, I keep forgetting what day of the week it is. All right, here we go. Coin number one. Let's start out with Tim Weber. Let's see what we have here. Oops. Let's see. Okay. First coin here does not look like an RPM. Let me back out a little bit. Change my lighting just a percentage or two to deal with this bright roll a little bit better. There we go. Now let's keep moving. Let's see. Okay, see what we get here. Looking at and around the eye. Up here in trust. Kind of look for any separation at the tops of the letters. Any separation in the diagonal leg of the R. Then over here I look for bar L. Of course a doubled ear or a doubled I. And I don't see any of that here. So I'm going to check the reverse on this one. Obviously the end of the roll here. Got a little bit of dark toning on the coin. And got nothing there. So Tim's first coin is just a 1949D. Nice one though. Ah, $50 Loomis bag of penny. Now this was a bag? Was it in a canvas bag or was it in a like a plastic bag? This is an RPM right here. A little bit of a minor double split lower serif. It's not the most beautiful coin, but it is an RPM. Plastic bag, okay. Oh, yuck. It is not the most beautiful coin at all. Yuck. To Taco John, I'm gonna refund you on that one. But you're gonna get an RPM out of it anyway. Alright, let's keep going on the deep dive here. Okay, this is not encouraging. I thought this roll was a little different from this. Let me see what happens on the next couple of coins. Yeah, these are kind of very ugly. Can't believe I ended up getting this roll. I guess it was one of the ones I never checked. But we're going to look at that and look on to the next one and see what we have. See, this one's a nice coin. Nothing wrong with this one. In fact... Okay. I've got nothing going on the obverse. Let's check the reverse real quick. That's what my problem is. My camera was sitting sideways. I was having trouble driving. Couldn't figure out why. It's because I'm driving sitting sideways. This is easier. Much better. Okay, Sissy gets a decent coin. So coins 2 and 3, I'm going to go ahead and mark for a reimbursement. Number 851, coins 2, 3, and that's for Taco John and Chuck Patillo. Xylene will take off the grime, but it will not change the color. So the color is still going to have that dark brown-black color. You'll get the crap cleaned off the coin, but it won't. You're not going to get anywhere with the color. Once a coin is taken from red, it cannot naturally come back. So once it's brown, it's brown. It's going to stay that way. Let's see, on this side, yeah, if that was something that I could easily take care of, I'd have done it right there. Nothing on this one. Oh, that was Richard. Coin number 5. Coin number 6 now. Evolution Revolution. Let's see what we get for Evolution Revolution here. A little spotty. Not horrible so far. Yeah, it's kind of a typical spotty. See a lot of this on BU wheats just because they're so old. Oh, Frank. Good eye, sir. Coin number 7 now, Carrie. See what we find for Carrie. Now, nothing on the obverse. And nothing here on the reverse either. So, normal 1949D. Mr. Ash. Frank, when did you send this email? I haven't seen one from you. Yesterday, I did not get it. I check email at least once every couple of hours. Did you send it to cd@coppercoins.com? Don't send it to any other email address if you're looking to reach me. That one is another one of the minor lower split serif RPMs right there. This one goes to Michael Hernandez. It's actually got both serifs split, upper and lower. So that one is going to go in my die variety pile here. Frank up next. And Frank. Got nothing there. Check the reverse real quick. Last reverse I'll be checking during the live show. Nothing there. All right, so far, minor split serif RPMs. Kinamine, glad you're not normal. Oh, I'm not normal either. I'm far from it. There's another split lower serif RPM. That's a cute one. I like it. That will work. I just keep getting those. Or something better. It's about the lowest on the totem pull I'd really want to pull out, but I am going to pull this one out. It's for Stan. Now number 12. On to Mickey. What do we have for Mickey? Yeah. Nothing on the obverse there. In looking at the reverse, it is a pretty decent looking coin. Here's the actual coin. So that one's a nice one for Mickey, although it didn't have anything on it that we are concerned about. Coin number 13 now, Shimbo. Sorry I got started late on these, folks. I'm about 25-30 minutes late. But we're going to make it all up because I put in an hour for each of the shows I've got today. I've got 3 of them scheduled today. I put an hour in for each one. We generally don't need more than about 40 or 45 minutes, so we'll catch up. I know, I'm looking at the reverse. Habit. Just a habit of mine. Let's see, coin number 14 now, Steve. Steve A. What do we have? Yeah. Normal around the date and mint mark. The I. The word trust appears normal. So does the in God we. And the liberty is also normal. Nothing on the reverse. How challenging would it be to do a subscription travel, say 1950 to 1959 PDS and proofs? I'm unsure what the question is, Jim. I'm unsure what the whole question is. Could you try rephrasing it for me? Looking for Dr. T, and I don't see anything there. So we will continue. A subscription reveal. Okay. I think I understand a little better. You're asking if I could do a 1950 to 1959 PDS and proof reveal for each of them and have a person pay one price for the entire package. Well, I could go by saying nearly impossible because rolls of 1950, 51, 52 proofs are pretty much impossible to find. And 53 proofs are rare, difficult, and very expensive. So if we were going to be going PDS and proof from 50 to 59, you'd be looking at $500 plus. We're going to run into way too much money. And I don't even have a resource for proof rolls that old. Now, if you're talking about just PDS without the proof, that's more doable. I don't have all the coins in source right now, but I could get them. That would be something that I could probably do at least less expensive than $500. It would be, how many issues are there? That'd be 29 issues. I'm going to say just preliminarily right now about $250, $300. If I could get people to sign up for 50 spots on that, I would take care of it. I would do it. Oh, coin 17 was a minor RPM. Forgot to say it. This is number 18. Kurt Pierce. Nothing on this one. Yeah, it would have to be without the proofs. There's just, it's way too hard, way too expensive to get those earlier proofs. 1954 seems to be the break point where proofs get a lot less expensive. Although I've never seen a roll of 55s for some reason. $55 can be an extremely tough coin to get. They're not very expensive, but they're really hard to find. But let's see. Well, the 50 to 59 without proofs shouldn't be that difficult. I don't think I have an entire run right now. I'll have to look. And see if I do. Taco John. That would That would take up a lot of time too. Hey, look at that. There's a nice double split serif. That's a pretty one. I'll go for Taco John there. Coin 22 now. Stan Horn. How many other people would be interested in getting involved in a by subscription only roll reveal run from 1950 through 1959? All mints PD and S. Of course, 56 through 59 would just be PD. By a show of yays, let me know. If I did it at a, let's say, $3 average per coin, what would that be? About $10 a year, $100. It would probably come closer to $200 to be involved in that, because 51S, 52S are both really difficult. 55 Philly is an expensive roll. Most of the rest of them are pretty doable. I don't know if I have any 57Ds right now. Oh, good. Otis and Jim and Frank. Now, see, if I go and get these things and get this whole thing started, first of all, I have to have 50 spots sold before I start. I can't do this without selling all the spots. Second thing is I would have to have some reassurance that the people who are telling me that they're interested actually would be able to do it and pay for it, because I have to have some sort of reimbursement for the rolls that I buy. But I could dig in during Fun Show time and see what I could do about finding all the rolls. I probably have most of them already. More than halfway through the roll now. Up to Sissy. What do we have for Sissy? Yeah, it looks normal there. Yeah. Normal all the way around. Well, it's an interesting idea, nonetheless, Jim. Of course, my decision to do it would be tempered and based on whether or not I can acquire the rolls and whether or not there'd be enough people interested to acquire and schedule that many rolls. Yeah, personally, I would probably like to get them done faster than one a week, because then you'd be talking about half a year to get all of them done, because you're talking about close to 30 rolls. Let's see. 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 55. So that's 5, 6 times 3 is 18, 20, 22, 24, 26 rolls. That's pretty much exactly half a week, or half a year. At one per week. I would probably want to do them more like 5 per week. Try to get through them in a little bit better time. I mean, we can see if I can do that. Sure, I'll look into it. See what I can do. Maybe I'll be able to get a couple of rolls I might need from Eric. I don't know if he'd want to sell any of them or not, but I'm probably only short about 2 or 3 rolls being able to do that. I know I don't have 51D. So 51D would have to come from a source. There's 31, Kurt Pierce. Not there. I'm getting messages in Messenger. If anyone here is messaging me, I do not look at Messenger while I'm in a broadcast. Only thing I'll respond to is telephone, and it has to be my mother or my father or my wife. Other than that, I don't answer the phone either. Yeah, Jim Shinmo got his graded, and it came back at a 66 red from PCGS. That's, well, that's kind of high dollar right there. You should know. Don't see anything on that one. Like the dice state of this coin. It's nice and earlier dice state, but I don't see anything of doubling value on this. Number 34 goes to Tim. Yeah, that's one of the more expensive, more valuable coins I have ever surfaced in a roll doing reveals. Turns out that one's worth over $500, I believe, as it is. That's a pretty healthy coin for what, about a $4 or $5 buy-in. Those kinds of things don't come along every day, but I tell you what, they do come along. They are around. We have that chance with near any roll. This one's going to be a reimbursed coin as well. It does have a double split serif, but it is ugly. Spotty and ugly. So Stan is going to get his money back on this one. Alright, let's see. This is coin number 35. And Stan decided not to do credit for these. I'm going to just go ahead and reimburse you, because credit I don't generally keep up with very well, and it's hard for me to remember that sort of thing, and people don't tell me, and then nothing happens, and I feel like a scab for not reimbursing people or giving people credit where I've told them I would. Yeah, I will. I just have to be reminded, because I can't remember everything. But I'm going to solve that problem just by doing a reimbursal after the reveal is over. I'll just go right back into the invoice where you bought these and give you a refund on the amount that you paid for the coins that I said are full of ick. That one for Carl. Now let's look at coin number 38. Oh, was it 1200? Was it a 66 red or a 65 red, Chimbone? I think you said it got a 66 red. Yeah, 66 red with PCGS, right? Oh, looky there. Another nice RPM right there. This one goes to Mickey. Don't know if Mickey's out there watching, but he got himself a pretty nice looking coin here. Yeah, 66 red, $1,200 coin. Well, that would be worth a short. Did you sent me a picture of the graded coin, didn't you? There's another RPM right there. Relatively minor, but double split serifs. Now number 40. Back to Shinbone. No such luck. Eric, it was 1947 Philadelphia. It's a 1947 plain roll. I found DDO1 for Shinbone. Shinbone sent it into PCGS and got a 66 red on it. $1,200 coin. There's another one that's an RPM, but it's also an ugly looking coin. Spotty Spotty. Maybe in this roll, in order to get an RPM, you have to put up with the spots. This one's actually, naked eye view, it's actually a decent coin. It's only harsh when you get really close to it. All right, and this one for Mickey. Got nothing at all. Nothing at all there. Number 43. Reveal 811. I'll go back and I'll find my videos for that. And clip that part. Make a short out of it. Here's another double split serif RPM. And then Shinbone, I'd like to use the picture of your coin graded so that we can get a short made up on YouTube. Help the channel out a little bit. May even bring some people in. Otis. Oh, nice. I have a 77 in my possession that belongs to my uncle. He found it in a field. Believe it or not, found 1877 Indian cent in a field. Talk about being lucky. You're lucky to find an Indian cent when you're doing metal detecting anyway, much less the key date. He says, yeah, but it's all green. Would it be worth anything in that condition? I said, dude, if you can prove that an 1877 is real, it's worth money. There's another double split serif. Pretty nice one there. This one goes to Sissy. Brad. Coin 46 here. Little minor lower split serif there. Another RPM. Looks like we are getting a pretty decent little shot of RPM, especially toward the last half of the roll. Yeah, Jim, that might be worth sending in. Get a good look at it and grade it out and see. There's another nice double split serif, RPM. This one goes to Frosty. There is that. Number 48, Paul. Nothing there. Nothing on this one. Number 49, Carl. If you go to Copper Coins, you could probably find the date that it was put in as a plate coin and then count back a couple of weeks. Another double split serif RPM here, this one for Carl. And after I finish this, I'll be back in about 10 minutes with the next roll. Just to let you know ahead of time here, there's another one. Single split serif on this one, upper. Oh, no, it's got both, upper and lower. There we go with that. This is the ender here. It's got a little bit of toning on it. And done we are with this roll. RPMs here, I've got a pretty close match to almost half the roll, so let's look at the names. $14 of them. That's 14. 10 short. Actually 11 short of being half the roll. But, hey, it's a good pull. That's a good pull for a 49D roll. All right, folks, let's take about a 15-minute break. I'll be back with the next bunch. We'll get involved in that here by about 2:30 Eastern. Appreciate it, folks, and I'll see you then. Be well.